Welcome friends to our second look at Psalm 37, which as I pointed out last time is both an acrostic psalm and also a wisdom psalm. Much of it reads a bit like Proverbs, for example. We looked last time at what I described as what not to do and why not. In other words, we're not to fret because of the wicked, because they're going to perish and disappear and come under the judgment of God. Today we're going to look at the positive side, what to do and why to do it. And we're going to incorporate two strong themes in this particular psalm. The opposite of fretting not because of the wicked is, in the psalmist's words, to delight in the Lord and in the things of the Lord. That command comes three times in this psalm, verse 4, verse 11 and verse 23. We're to delight ourselves. That word literally means take pleasure in, enjoy. Isn't it a great thing that we're commanded to take pleasure in and to enjoy God? And who else could we take pleasure in and enjoy anyway? But why are we to delight in the Lord? Well, we're to delight in the Lord because, as the psalmist says in verse 4, if we delight in the Lord, he will give us the desires of our heart. That verse is often misunderstood and misapplied. What the psalmist is really saying is, if the Lord is your delight, if you delight in the Lord, he will give you the desire of your heart. And the desire of your heart, if you delight in the Lord, is the Lord himself. So if you delight in the Lord, he will give you more of himself, make you more aware of him. He'll become closer to you, more real to you, more enjoyable, more wonderful. And that leads into the other recurring theme in this psalm, which comes 5 times. It speaks about those who will inherit the land. You'll find it in verse 9, 11, 22, 29, 34. And of course, it is really an exposition of a much briefer statement in Matthew 5, where Jesus says, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." Now, in the Old Testament, it's the land. The meek shall inherit the land. But it's a commentary, really, on Jesus' beatitude. And who are the meek? Well, it tells us in these verses. In verse 9, the meek are those who wait for the Lord. Now, waiting in the Bible doesn't mean standing passively like we do at the bus stop, waiting for the next bus to come along. Waiting means putting your trust in, putting your strength, leaning all your strength in the Lord. So if we wait for the Lord, we are the meek, and we will inherit the land. The meek are those who in verse 22 are blessed by the Lord. We know the favor of God upon us. God is pleased with us. In verse 29, we are the righteous. We live righteously. We're in a right relationship with God, and we do that which is pleasing and obedient to him. And in verse 34, we are those who keep his ways. So these are the people who will inherit the land. What does that mean? Well, in Old Testament terms, the land was part of the covenant blessings of God. And the people were driven out of the land if they broke God's laws and became idolatrous, for example, spiritually adulterous. So in Old Testament language, it means basically you will inherit all God's blessings for you. In New Testament, as the Lord expands that from inherit the land to inherit the earth, I think the Lord is saying we will in this life enjoy all the good things. So the world, the ungodly, hanker after and strive after, but never fully achieve, they will be given to us in this life, but even more so, of course, in the life to come, and we will inherit all that God has in store for us in glory. So let's put these two studies together, friends. Fret not. Don't panic. Don't get wound up about it. Don't worry about the wicked. God will take care of them. They're here today and gone tomorrow, like the grass of the field and like a fading mist. But delight. Let's delight in the Lord. Can you really say he is your chief delight? Nothing I desire compares to you. Delight in the Lord, and he will give you your heart's desire, which is more of himself and his blessings. Until next time, the Lord bless you.